That side-to-side motion looks like it'll wear you out.
Yeah, but it's worse with a floppy pole. But you've got no choice because if you don't get that top edge, you've got a dirty window.
Right.
So that's the most important part of all water fed is getting that top edge clean.
Now what I see with the side-to-side motion, with moving about a 24 inches up here, he's moving maybe 4 to 6 inches, his hand. Okay. Now we're going to do exactly the same width of window with the floppy pole. I'm kind of curious.
Yeah.
Okay, switch out.
Switch out to the blue.
Yeah, I'm really curious to. After our flexibility experiment there, I'm really curious to see how you can attain this economy of motion.
Yeah. Nice. Economy of motion. Here we go.
Okay, here we go. We have about the same length of pole, and we have the same.
We counted the number.
We counted the number of tiles here. So he's basically at the same 45, 48 degree angle. Now I want to show you the difference in the lack of economy now of motion that he has, that he's suffering now, having
when we
to.
go to clean the frame, yeah, that's the action of that.
Okay. Now, all right. He's moving over double, over twice as far as the stiff pole. So his economy of motion is diminished tremendously, actually, and the
control. I've got no control.
And
over it.
the control is
a roll there now.
just whipping the pole. Right now, as you can see, his posture. In order to get the side-to-side motion here, he has to use a lot of his core strength. Now he's firing off his erector spinae. He's
mark that on me.
Okay. The erector spinae are these two large muscles here that keep him erect. He's firing these off sequentially, just to rotate his entire body, because in order to control this, he has to lock his arms and use his trunk now to control this. With the lighter pole, he was doing all this with just his wrists and his arms. So right now he's really struggling to get that simple motion up there, because of the terrible efficiency of this floppy pole. So do professionals use this?
Yes, unfortunately. So they're either price buyers, retailers quite often just take the money. Retailers don't necessarily understand because they've not been out in the field all the time. And then we all need retailers, but still it's nice to know they understand that when they're selling to a professional what a professional needs. But quite often it's the manufacturer's choice to make a cheaper pole to get more sales, not educating the window cleaner. It kind of pisses me off because we've always started at the top, you know. And so you end up with guys who didn't know, a little bit like smartphones or Ray-Bans or Oakleys. Like if nobody's ever worn Ray-Bans, I've only ever worn, you know, copies from the center of the supermarket aisle or somewhere, you know what I mean? Right. They just don't know what they don't have, and they think they've got the same because they've got sunglasses, you know.
Yeah, right. Oh. Well, I would say is you know, observing the difference in effort and the lack of economy of motion with this, that if someone used this pole day in and day out, you know, in a 40-hour week, it would almost inevitably result in some sort of injury.
And then financially, you can see they take more time. They can't be as efficient time-wise.
Oh, no.
So they're not going to get as much work done.
Right.
And that's the thing, is that the most expensive part of a water-fed pole is the operator.
Yes.
You know, like in America, the guys will get $40 through to $100 an hour, you know, using a short pole. And in the UK, then they're still pulling in, you know, really good money. They're just doing a lot of small jobs. Right. But if you can just save, you know, 10% of it, but I mean, it's more than 10%, isn't it? Right. The efficiency.
Oh, absolutely. Your excursions at the base of this pole.
The frame, especially that frame clean, kind of proves it all, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean, the distance your hand, the excursion of your hand there is over double that it was with the stiffer pole.
Yeah.